On my 5-year-old's birthday, my parents didn't give her anything, saying they forgot. But a week later, my sister's daughter was holding a brand new iPhone 17 Pro. So I also forgot and didn't send the promised $10,000 for my parents' kitchen renovation. After that, 32 missed calls. My daughter Emma turned 5 last month. We kept it simple. Balloons in the living room, a chocolate cake she picked herself, and a handful of kids from the neighborhood running around like it was the best day ever. She wore this little pink dress and wouldn't stop checking if people were watching her. Dad, look. She kept saying every 5 minutes. I did every time. My parents showed up late. My mom walked in, holding her purse, my dad behind her, both looking like they'd just come from somewhere else. No gift bags, no boxes, not even one of those last-minute grocery store cards. Emma ran up anyway. Grandma, grandpa, they hugged her, said happy birthday, kissed her head, and that was it. We all sat down later, and Emma started opening gifts, toys, books, a stuffed bunny she wouldn't let go of. She kept glancing at my parents like she was waiting. Nothing came. After a while, she leaned toward me and whispered, "Did they forget mine?" I smiled and said, "Maybe they're saving it for later." My mom overheard and laughed light. "Oh my god, we totally forgot to bring anything. It's been such a crazy week." My dad nodded like it was no big deal. "We'll get her something next time." Emma just nodded quiet like she didn't want to make it awkward. I said, "It's fine, because what else do you say in front of your kid?" But it sat wrong. Not because of the gift. She's 5. She would have been happy with a coloring book. It was the way they said it. Casual, like it didn't matter. A few days later, my mom called me. "Hey, about the kitchen renovation." She said, "Your dad and I talked to the contractor. We're ready to move forward." I knew what she was asking without her saying it. I had told them months ago I'd help, around 10 grand to cover most of it. "Yeah," I said. "I remember. Great." She said, "If you can send it this week, we can lock everything in." "Sure," I told her. Then the weekend came. We were at my sister Lisa's place for dinner. Her daughter Ava is 6, a year older than Emma. The kids were in the living room and Ava came running in holding a phone. "Look what Grandma got me. It was shiny, brand new, way too big for her hands." My sister laughed. "She hasn't put it down since yesterday." I picked it up for a second. "This is a what?" "The new one." "iPhone 17 Pro," my dad said, almost proud. "Just came out." I looked at him. For a 6-year-old, he shrugged. Lisa said she wanted one. We thought, why not? Emma was standing next to me, looking at the phone, then at me. She didn't say anything. I handed it back and said, "Nice." Dinner went on like nothing happened. My mom talking about cabinet colors, my dad going on about countertops. Emma stayed close to me the whole time, quieter than usual. On the drive home, she asked, "Why did Ava get a phone?" "She's older," I said. Emma nodded slowly. "Okay." That night, I sat in the kitchen for a long time. The next morning, my mom texted, "Did you send the money?" I stared at it for a minute, then typed back, "Oh wow, I totally forgot. It's been a crazy week." There was a pause. "Send. Are you serious?" I didn't reply. The call started about an hour later. First my mom, then my dad, then both of them. Over and over. By lunchtime, I had 14 missed calls. By evening, it was over 30. I finally picked up. "What is going on with you?" My mom snapped. "We're about to sign a contract." I leaned back in my chair. "Yeah, I know." "Then why didn't you send it?" I let it hang for a second. "I forgot." Silence. My dad got on the line. "This isn't funny. I'm not laughing," I said. My mom's voice softened a little. "We're counting on you. You said you'd help." "I also thought you'd remember your granddaughter's birthday," I said. Another silence, but heavier this time. "That's completely different," my dad has said. "Is it?" I asked. "Because from where I'm sitting, it feels pretty similar." My mom sighed. "We said we'd make it up to her." I nodded, even though she couldn't see me. "And I'll send the money next time." "You can't just," she started. "I can," I said, cutting in. "It's been a crazy week." No one spoke. In the background, I could hear their TV on, some cooking show, people laughing. Finally, my dad said, "Quieter now." "So, that's it." I thought about Emma standing there in her pink dress, pretending not to care. "Yeah," I said. "That's it." I hung up. They didn't call again that night. The next morning, I took Emma out for breakfast. Just the two of us. Pancakes, extra syrup. She was back to talking nonstop, telling me about some game she made up with her stuffed bunny. "Dad," she said, mouthful, "this is the best breakfast ever." I smiled. "Yeah," she nodded hard. "Better than a phone." I laughed a little. "Good." And as she went back to her pancakes, I checked my phone. 32 missed calls. I left them right.